Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Emerge, your 30-day yoga journey with Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and it's a pleasure to have you back here. We're on day 9, and today we are exploring our intuition. So we're going to dive into feeling, seeing knowingly with our bodies, with our guts, with our intuition. So we're tapping into the third eye, but we're also really grounding down into that sensation in the belly where we know when something is off or when we know we need to make a move. So those two centers in the body are really connected when it comes to our intuition. So we're going to play there. And today we're going to start in Sukhasana. I invite you to bring along a towel or a blanket to lift your hips up off the floor a little bit. We're going to start seated, grounding down into the sit bones. So when you arrive, once again, sit up nice and tall. You know what to do here. Ground down through the sit bones, lift through the chest, lift through the crown. We take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we tag some weight in the elbows, relax those shoulders away from the ears, close our eyes. Maybe we lengthen through the back of the neck, tucking the chin just slightly, breathing nice and deep, starting to tap into the sound of our breath, just arriving here in the moment, allowing the dust to settle. And we're going to start off today with a box breath, just helping ourselves to tune in. So I invite you to keep your eyes closed or soften your gaze. Let's take a deep breath in together first. Deep breath in. Long breath out through the nose. Another deep breath in. And a long breath out. Just find places to soften. Find places to lift in the front body, places to soften in the back body. Loosen that jaw, don't clench. Loosen in the neck, soften in the face. Keeping the eyes closed, continuing to breathe nice and deep. Now we're going to inhale for a 4 count, hold at the top for a 2 count, exhale for a 4 count, and hold at the bottom for a 2 count. So I'll guide you through it, and you can just keep your eyes closed and really listen to the sound of your breath. See if you can really go inward on this one. So let's take another deep breath in together just to prepare. Exhale, let it go. Wonderful. Then we'll inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 2, 1. Inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 2, 1. Inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 2, 1. Inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 2, 1. Inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just allow your breath to return back to normal. Keep those eyes closed. Feel where your body and your nervous system are at now. That you've grounded into this moment. See if your inner knowing is blossoming just a little bit more. Sensing your surroundings, sensing what's happening in your heart, what you know, what you need for yourself. Beautiful. Then keeping those eyes closed, bring the palms together and begin to rub the hands. We're just creating a little bit of fire in between the palms, a little bit of heat, rubbing those hands together. Maybe you speed it up a little bit, keeping the eyes closed. See if you can focus on a sensation between the palms, creating more and more heat. You speed it up, you speed it up, you speed it up. Speed it up a little bit more. Really feel that fire between the palms. Beautiful. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bring the palms to the eyes. Feel that heat on your face. Allowing yourself to explore into the other senses. Trusting the hearing, trusting what you smell, trusting your breath. Breathing nice and deep. Wonderful. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll release the palms back to the knees. Open the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, we're just going to start to take big circles with the nose. Working it out through the neck. Starting off nice and slow today. Try not to crunch in the back of the neck, but just work it out. If there's spots where you feel like you're tight or you just need to work it out a bit more, maybe you hang out there. Making nice big circles. Reverse your circle when you're ready. Be present in your body. Breathe nice and deep. Concentrate on the breath. Wonderful. When it feels good and you feel like you've had enough, you can come back to center, lifting the chin parallel to the earth. And we're going to just take a nice forward fold. So you're staying with your legs how they are. You can come into Siddhasana, bringing the one foot just a little bit further out, not crossing at the ankles if you'd like to. And we're going to bring the fingertips to the mat, and maybe this is your forward fold. It depends on what's happening in your knees and with your hips. If you'd like to, you can start to walk the fingertips forward a little bit. Maybe you come down onto the elbows. Maybe you stay on the palms. Let's inhale, take a deep breath in and look forward. And exhale, allow the forehead to bow down. Taking a couple breaths here, feeling what's happening in the knees and in the hips. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we'll walk the palms back towards the torso, sit up nice and tall, and reverse the cross. So perhaps we're bringing the left foot in now, and the right foot is out in front. Maybe you need to adjust that stance a little bit. Maybe you stay active in the toes to protect the knees. Be where you're at today, either in a cross-legged position or in Siddhasana with one foot in front of the other. Maybe you create a little bit more space between the heels and the groin. Then we'll bring the fingertips to the floor or the mat in front of us. And maybe we just stay here. Maybe this is our forward fold on this side. It really depends on what's happening in the body. Or maybe we take a deep breath in and allow the fingertips to crawl forward. Maybe we come down onto our elbows, allowing the crown to bow down, feeling what's happening on this side in the hips and the knees. Breathing nice and deep. Maybe bow a little bit more. Then we'll inhale, come back up, rising up nice and tall. And this time we're going to inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the heavens, keeping the legs how they are. And on an exhale, we're going to bring the right hand to the left knee, float the left fingertips around behind. They kiss the mat or the floor. We sit up nice and tall on an inhale, lifting from the pelvic floor. And on an exhale, we journey into our twist, looking past the left shoulder. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to twist. Beautiful. Come back through center. Sending those fingertips up towards the heavens. We really reach, find length in all four sides of the torso. And on an exhale, we bring the left hand to the right knee, right fingertips float around behind. We sit up nice and tall on an inhale, and we exhale to journey into our twist. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist. Beautiful. Come back through center. And we're going to move our blanket or our towel out of the way. Bring our sits bones to the mat, feet out in front of us, planting the soles of the feet to the mat, bringing the palms behind us, palms face out. So feet are planted nice and firmly. They're hip width distance apart. Knees are pointing up towards the heavens, and the palms are planted behind us. Then we're not collapsing in between the shoulder blades here. We're lifting the sternum nice and tall, sitting up nice and tall. We've got lots of active resistance between the mat and ourselves. Then on our next inhale, we're going to lift the sits bones up towards the heavens, reaching those sits bones up, and we're going to see if we can lift the right leg up towards the heavens. Lift, lift, lift. You got it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, float that right foot down. Wonderful. Lower down in between if you need to. Take a little breather here. And when you're ready, we'll lift those sits bones back up towards the heavens. Inhale in. Exhale, we'll lift the left foot up towards the heavens. Lifting the sole of that left foot up towards your ceiling. Breathing nice and deep. We inhale in. And exhale, float that left foot down. You've got it. Come back to your seat. Then we'll keep the hands planted where they are. Bring the feet just wider than the hips, maybe close to the outside edges of your mat. We'll inhale in and exhale, allow the knees to fall to the left. So the right knee is shooting down towards the top left corner of the mat. Just a little stretch for the psoas here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, the knees drop to the right. Left knee is shooting down towards the top right corner of the mat. Beautiful. We'll inhale, bring it back to center. Wonderful. Then we're going to shift it forward onto all fours. Find your tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. Hug the navel to the spine. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. See if you can level out in the lower back. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we're going to drop the belly. Shine the heart forward. Feel the skin of the front body stretch. Oh, that feels good today. And exhale, we're going to curl through the tailbone, round up through the spine. Allow the head to drop towards the floor. Inhale, drop the belly. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, round it through. Find your cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly. Shine the heart forward. And exhale, round it through. Nice. Come back to a nice neutral spine, hugging the navel in, lengthening through the crown and through the tail. Then we're going to walk the palms just past the shoulders, curl the toes under, keeping those fingertips spread nice and wide. We're going to lift the sits bones up and find ourselves in a downward facing dog. So you know what to do here. Keep those fingertips spread nice and wide. Ground down through the fingertips and the knuckles. See if that can translate up the arms and in between the shoulder blades as you melt your heart towards your thighs. Right away, begin to pedal it out here, bending one knee and then the other. Just finding your downward dog today, lengthening through all four sides of the torso. Taking a moment here to just feel it out in your body. Maybe you tick-tock the hips side to side. Maybe you play with the distance between your toes and your hands. Take one more breath here. Sigh it out, maybe. Nice. Then we'll bring the feet back to being hip-width distance apart. We're going to plant the left heel and inhale, lift the right leg high. You know what to do here. Lift from that right inner thigh. Dial the pinky toes down, so square the hips. We take another deep breath in. And on an exhale, we bring that right knee all the way up and through, knee to nose, upper body's in plank. Then you can lower that back knee if you need to step the right toes up between the palms. Find your low lunge. Squeeze everything into the midline. Lift the chest forward so heart shines forward, crown lifts. Beautiful. Then we're going to pivot on that back foot, bringing it to a 45-degree angle, bending through the right knee, grounding down through all four corners of the right foot, and slowly we're rising on up into a warrior one. So peel back with this right hip crease. Bend generously through this right knee. Grounding down through all four corners of the left foot. Play with the heel, as we've done before, so that you can square those hips towards the front edge of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the heavens. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Find that distance between your palms. Maybe you sink the hips a little bit lower. Front knee over front ankle. You got this. Inhale, maybe you reach and look up. Exhale, we're going to open it up into warrior two. Beautiful. So we're reaching towards the short edge of the mat with our fingertips. We're aligning the right heel in line with the arch of the left foot, bending through this right knee, seeing if we can pull back with this right thigh. Reaching the fingertips, lots of energy past the fingertips. We take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Pull the pinkies back. You've got this. Inhale in again. Exhale, we're going to float the fingertips down behind the spine, interlace those fingertips behind the tailbone, and we're going to reach the knuckles down and away, perhaps from the body. So maybe we stay here. Inhale in, and maybe we bow forward, bringing the crown of the head all the way down towards the earth, knuckles shining up towards the heavens. We're bowing down to the inside of the right thigh. Legs are working hard here, breathing nice and deep. Take one more deep breath in and a long breath out. And we'll inhale, rise back up, finding our warrior two. Reach the fingertips out, long beside us, opening up. Then we're going to straighten the right leg, dial the right toes in, bring the fingertips to the waistline. Then we'll bring the heels in so the toes are pointing out. I'm going to adjust myself on my mat here so you can see me better. Standing up nice and tall, toes are pointing out, heels are pointing in. We're tucking the pelvis so that our center is underneath us. We'll inhale in here. And on an exhale, we'll begin to bend into the knees, coming down into our goddess pose. Sinking those hips, lengthening up through the crown. Beautiful. Then we'll bring the palms to the thighs, keeping those knees nice and bent. Then we're going to push into the right hand, reach the right shoulder towards the left knee, pulling back with the left shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Then we're pressing into the left palm, into the left thigh, reaching the left shoulder towards the right knee, pulling back with the right shoulder. Finding our nice twist. Inhale, come back to center. Nice and tall here. Beautiful. Maybe we sink a little bit lower. Then on our next inhale, we're going to reach the fingertips up towards the heavens, straighten through the legs. Find our star pose, our pose of power. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, palms come together at the heart. Nice. And we're dialing the toes in so that the feet become parallel with the short edge of the mat once again. Tucking our pelvis underneath us. We lift from the sternum. We take another deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to begin to bow forward, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. See if you can find a nice flat back position for as long as possible, reaching the crown forward, the tailbone back, hugging the navel to the spine. And then when you're ready, we'll reach the fingertips down towards the mat. Maybe you need to adjust your feet. Maybe they widen or you bring them closer together. Maybe you're up on your fingertips. Maybe you're able to come down onto your palms. And maybe you're able to allow the crown of the head to bow down, bringing the palms in line with the arches of the feet. Just find your wide-legged forward fold. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll rise back up to the fingertips. Bring the left fingertips underneath the nose and use the right fingertips to reach up towards the heavens, finding our twist. Pull back with that right shoulder. Inhale in. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Right hand replaces the left. We inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the heavens. Find our twist on this side, breathing deep. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Beautiful. Then we'll bring the palms to the waistline. And on our next inhale, we'll rise back up, finding our wide-legged stance. Beautiful. Bring the right heel in, right toes point towards the front edge of the mat, and we once again find ourselves in our warrior two legs. Reach the fingertips out long beside us. You're bending into that right knee. Beautiful. On our next inhale, we'll flip the right palm, reach it forward, up and back, finding our peaceful warrior. Heart lifts, shines up towards the heavens. We inhale in. And on an exhale, we cartwheel it all the way down to a low lunge. Pivot on that back foot. Find the low lunge. Heart reaches forward. Then we plant the palms. Step the right toes back. Find your plank pose. Push up out of the earth. So we're not in a downward dog. We're in a plank. Those hips are dipped down. Then we inhale in here. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Slide the palms in line with the rib cage. Inhale, rise up for a cobra. And exhale to bow. Curl the toes under. Push up to all fours or to a plank. And then find your way to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Perhaps you sigh it out. Then we'll plant the right heel. And inhale, lift the left leg up towards the heavens. Inhale in here. Exhale, knee to nose. Upper body's in plank. You know you can lower that back knee if you need to step the left toes up between the palms. We're finding our low lunge, pressing into all four corners of that left foot, hugging everything into the midline. Sternum lifts, crown lifts. Beautiful. Inhale in. Exhale, we're going to pivot on that back foot, bringing it to a 45-degree angle, bending into this left knee. We'll slowly rise up, find our warrior one. Peel back with this left hip crease. Make sure your hips are shining towards the front edge of the mat. We inhale to reach the fingertips up towards the heavens, and exhale to relax the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Inhale, maybe we look up. Exhale, we're opening up into our warrior two. Left heel is in line with the arch of the right foot. Fingertips are reaching out past the edges of the mat. We inhale in here, and we exhale to relax the shoulders. Beautiful. So lovely. Inhale in again. Exhale, we're going to float the fingertips down behind the tailbone. Other thumb on top this time. So the one that feels a little bit strange. And then we're going to extend those knuckles down and then maybe away from the tailbone. We inhale to lift up. And exhale, maybe we dive forward, coming into a humble warrior. The knuckles reach up towards the heavens. Crown reaches down towards the earth. Finding some opposition here. Breathing nice and deep. Legs are working hard. We got this. Wonderful. On your next inhale, let's slowly rise back up. Find our warrior two. Reach the fingertips out beside you. Then we'll straighten through that left leg. Dial the toes in. Bring the fingertips to the waistline. Wonderful. Then we'll bring the heels in. So the toes are pointing out and the heels are pointing in. We're finding a wide-legged stance, getting our center underneath us. Bring the palms together at the heart. Wonderful. And we'll begin to bend through the knees, dropping the hips all the way down, seeing how much we can lower down here. Finding our goddess pose, breathing nice and deep. Then bring the palms to the thighs. We lean into the right hand, pushing into that right thigh, reach the right shoulder towards the left knee. Pull that left shoulder back. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, press into the left palm. Reach that left shoulder towards the right knee. Peel back with that right shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, come back through center. Spine is nice and long, crown is reaching. We'll bring the palms together at the heart. We inhale in. Exhale, maybe we lower a little bit more. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we'll straighten through the legs. Reach the palms up towards the heavens. Finding our star pose. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bring the fingertips to the waistline. Wonderful. Nicely done. We're going to dial the heels back out, finding our wide-legged stance. Feet are now parallel with the short edge of the mat. Crown reaches. Let's see if we can pull the elbows together. Shoulder blades kiss down the back body. We inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, begin to come forward into a halfway lift position. Crown reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. Hugging the navel to the spine. See if you can find that flat back position for as long as possible, breathing nice and deep. And then eventually we bring the fingertips down to the mat, and maybe this is your wide-legged forward fold right here. Beautiful. Maybe you're able to bring the palms to the mat. Maybe you're able to allow the crown to bow forward. Maybe you walk your palms in line with the arches of the feet. You might have to adjust your stance here, bringing the feet closer together or widening them out a little bit more. Just finding your forward fold here. Nothing fancy. On your next inhale, let's lift back up to that flat back position. Fingertips come to the mat. Then the right palm comes underneath the nose, and we inhale, lift the left fingertips up towards the heavens, finding our twist. Pull back with that left shoulder. We inhale in. Exhale, float the fingertips down to the mat. Left palm replaces the right. As we inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the heavens. Pull back with that right shoulder. We inhale in. And exhale, float the right fingertips down. Beautiful. Come back up to that flat back position. Bring the fingertips to the waistline once again. And then we'll slowly rise back up, finding our tall, wide-legged stance. Then we're dialing the left heel in, left toes point out, bending through that left knee. We reach the fingertips back out beside us, finding ourselves once again in our warrior two. Peel back with that left thigh. Nice long line from crown to tail. Then we'll flip the left palm, reach it forward, up and back, finding a peaceful warrior. Heart lifts. It shines up towards the heavens. Crown is reaching. We inhale in. And we exhale, cartwheel it all the way down, finding our low lunge. Plant the palms. Step the left toes back. Find a plank pose. Inhale in here. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come onto the tops of the feet. Slide the palms in line with the rib cage. Inhale to rise up. Cobra. Exhale to bow the forehead towards the mat. Beautiful. Push up to all fours. Bring the feet together, the knees together. Then we'll allow the fingertips to reach towards the back edge of the mat. Sits bones go to the heels as we bow down, coming into a child's pose. Allow the shoulders to round forward, the crown to melt towards the floor, the neck to be nice and loose. Breathe nice and deep. Take a rest. Maybe you close your eyes here. Tap into the sound of your breath. Allow things to start to calm. One more breath here. Beautiful. And we'll slowly rise back up and make our way to a seated position, sending the legs out long. We'll slowly make our way down to a flat back position. Coming all the way down to the floor. Right away, let's hug the knees up into the chest. Allow for that sweet connection of the back to the mat. Maybe you rock side to side. Maybe you peel the nose up towards the knees. Just find what feels good in your body today. What do you need now? You can stay here playing with your knees to your chest. You can find a happy baby. Maybe this is where you'd like to rest now. Maybe that feels good. Or if you'd like to, you can bring the palms face down to the mat. Push up through the hips. So we're lifting the hips up towards the heavens. Knees are tucked towards the face. Then we're going to bend the elbows, bring the fingertips to the hips, and then see if we can extend the legs up towards the heavens. So finding our shoulder stand here, we're supporting our hips with our hands, soles of the feet are shining up towards the heavens, relax through the neck. If your breathing is restricted at all, come out of the pose. Maybe you rotate the ankles, feel the blood flow in the opposite direction. So good for the circulation, for the lymphatic system. Breathing nice and deep. Let's take one more breath here. And on an exhale, we're going to bend the knees, bringing them back down towards the nose or the face. Then we'll slowly lower ourselves down, hugging the knees into the chest once more. We'll meet our friends here. Take some deep breaths. Then we'll spread the arms out long beside us, palms face down. Bring the knees above the hips, lift the shins parallel to the ceiling. We take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to allow the knees to fall to the left. Knees come all the way to the left. The left thigh kisses the floor or the mat. That right leg either stays connected with the left knee or it hovers above. It depends on what's happening in your psoas and in your leg, in your hips. Let's take one more breath in. And on an exhale, we'll float the knees back up through center and take it to the other side. Allow the knees to fall all the way to the right. That right leg kisses the floor or the mat. Maybe you find this side easier, maybe you find it harder. See if you can relax through the hips. Start to calm the breath. Relax through the neck and through the jaw. Take one more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll float the knees back through center. Give one more big hug here if you'd like to. And then we'll allow the feet to come to the mat. Then you can extend the feet out long, finding Shavasana. Settling in, allowing those hips to become nice and heavy. Open the palms face up beside you. Roll the shoulders underneath you. Shoulder blades run down the back body. Tuck the chin just slightly. Find some length in the back of the neck. When you arrive, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, allow your whole body to sink into the mat. Take a couple of moments here to really feel through your body. Feel what you have learned, what you have gained today. What have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about what your body needs and what it can do? See if you can relax into trusting the process, trusting yourself. Maybe you tap back into the mantra, I trust. I trust myself. I trust the universe. I trust the process. Allow the breath to calm, closing the eyes if you haven't already, and just taking a couple moments here to simply be. And we'll begin to deepen the breath once again, allowing that to invite movement in the fingertips and the toes. So they're starting to wake back up again, tapping into the body. And on your next inhale, we'll bring the palms together at the heart. And on the exhale, we'll sigh it out. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. I hope it serves you well. And I hope that you allow for some space to trust your own intuition, to tap into that inner knowing within you. That self that knows through feeling, through sensing. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 10. Thanks again for joining me on this journey, my friends. Let's take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bring the thumbs to the third eye. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. Namaste.